Good morning everyone and welcome back to the two-headed wolf gaming channel and Total War Saga Troy, the normal scheduled program of the Memnon campaign. I've been spending the weekend playing Total War Pharaoh and I've been enjoying it. I'm speaking from the perspective of a person who has already bought the game, so I'm already invested in it. Mechanically wise, I did enjoy a lot the campaign map. Battles were, at least for me personally, feel slightly better than they do in Total War Troy, mostly on the side of them being slower. So basically it takes a lot longer for units to break, for units to run away or get destroyed, and thus it gives you more time to maneuver. On the other side, the unit variety, even for a single faction, is quite large, and at times you're not, or it's not really clear why you'd want to recruit one unit over the other, but maybe that's just something to get used to. So I'm still on the fence on whether I like it or not. My only worry at the moment, and once again, I'm speaking from the perspective of a person who has already bought it, is will the other factions, for example, I played with Ramses a lot. I've started the campaign and played for those 60 turns a lot, about 5 times or 6 times. But if I restart the campaign, or if I start the campaign with another one of those Egyptian characters, will it be different enough to where it's not gonna feel like the same faction but just a different main character, and that's all? Because if I play Total War Troy, playing with different factions, even on the side of Troy or on the side of the Greeks, feels very different. So even the Amazons have different mechanics. So that's what I'm worried about at the moment, until I get my hands on the full release and I actually see a different faction and see if there's differences between the different characters. So that's it. That is all. It has been a pretty good experience. Otherwise, I don't know. It feels like a next step from Total War Troy, which I believe is the last historical, quote-unquote historical game which they've put out. But somehow it's very difficult to figure out whether this is much better than it is in Troy or not, or if this is a good historical game or not, because I've been looking at the feedback that people have given the game, and I can, on one side, I can understand their worries, where it doesn't feel like the charm of the old games is there. And I wonder if that is really the fault of the game, or maybe just tastes have changed, because it's the same Total War formula that we've had over the years. And in the beginning, somehow, when I'm looking back, and I've thought about this a lot, when I'm looking back at something like Total War Shogun, Total War Medieval, Total War Rome, even Total War Rome 2, it's still in an age where the computer wasn't as advanced as it is today. Movies, CGI were pretty rare. I mean, looking at the time when the movie like Troy came out, things feel very different nowadays. If I was to see Troy, the movie Troy today, I don't think I'd be that impressed. So, in a sense, even on Japanese movies, samurai movies, when I was playing Total War Shogun and even Total War Shogun 2, torrents were a thing, and I could see certain Japanese movies if I looked them up and I found them on a random torrent site somehow, because I wouldn't find those Japanese samurai movies on the market. They weren't really a thing. I wouldn't find them in Romania on DVDs anywhere. So somehow I wonder if the fact that people aren't impressed by historical Total War games has, on one side, something more to do with the fact that they can't. The technology has advanced so much today that even using an AI to generate you samurai pictures is more impressive than what the game can do, the gaming industry, or if it's even worth investing in the gaming industry at that point, to where something like a historical game is good enough. I don't know. I feel like Total War might need a revolution, and maybe the formula of Total War is not something that can satisfy us anymore. It's just a thought. It's just a thought that I had, just looking at the game and looking at the feedback that people has for Total War. I am not sure exactly what the right answer is, and it's something that I will start thinking more about in the future, just to try to figure out what would I do. Like, if I was in Creative Assembly's shoes and I would have to make the next Total War game, what would be the right change so that it works for the future? I do wonder, because Total Wars feel very same-ish. When I started thinking about this idea, whether that nowadays maybe it's not enough to put out a Total War game, like there's no more value in that. There's, even though we say that we want Total War games, maybe we are not looking for Total War games anymore in the formula that it is. The same way that I feel like Total War Warhammer, even though I've avoided it for a very long time, even when they announced that Total War Warhammer was coming out, I was so against it. I was totally against it, like, just to put it simply, there's no point in complicating the idea more. But I was against it, and when I somehow finally got around to playing it and decided to, yeah, let's give this one a go, I actually fell in love with it. I felt like it was so good, and the campaign was so good, the stories were really good, the units and the advanced units and everything that you have to do, and the fact that the factions were so different from each other was really good. And thus, that was a revolution, right? It changed so much about the gameplay while keeping the base mechanics of the game there intact, that it was a beautiful product. Now, Total War Warhammer 2 did certain things better, while from my point of view they gave up on some of the things that I've enjoyed story-wise, but they did put some story things within the game as well. The cinematics were really something that I loved.
Memnon.
And Total War Warhammer 3, I have bought the game. I think I got it when it came out, but I haven't gotten past the tutorial. And I'm not sure whether it is because of its reputation that I haven't done that, although that might be the case. But yeah, somehow people aren't happy with, even though I feel like at that point the base formula was not enough. It needed a lot more. It needed to be fleshed out. It needed to be brought to the next level, and maybe the next level is not there. Right? So who knows what the right thing is. I went on the rant here, but I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on it. Should we get some Shredden warriors? We have some better warriors here. And this one would give us what? Battlefield healing, immune to flanking. Seems like it's the same warrior, but one would offer us more armor to the unit, while the other offers us more attack. Causes fear, or they become unbreakable. I don't want unbreakable on the general. This is the last unit in the list, so we're gonna go with it. Yeah, we're gonna go with the Shredden warriors here. I want to make sure that we have this unit. Somehow right now I feel like it was a bad choice to invest all these points in these units, but I guess At the time it was always a next step, right? The next level for it.
Glory is ours.
Good. Keep you there. I will need you to replenish a bunch of units. Now what would be the next step for us to get some better units, some medium class units? And where do we want them from? If we go to Yeha here, this would just give us 200 spears, 200 infantry, and I need something of a front line. And I believe I want to go with this. This axe and shield infantry plus the sword and shield infantry. These light units, I feel like those would be the best. They don't have vanguard deployment. I might be changing tactics here. So let's see. We need Canaanite brothers for this one. And let's take a quick look over here to our decrees. Where are our Canaanite brothers? They are over here. We would need to get some stone, some ambush chance, and then we could get to them. So my next focus, as soon as we're getting these basic resources here, would be to go on this path. Okay. Do I want to call in a few more brothers? Basically just fuse this together and call in more brothers. And I believe that that might be the right way to go forward. The reason why is because it would be quick and very unimportant, if I could say that. So we're gonna call some brothers from here, spend some resources in the process.
Memnon,
Right, and we're going to merge all of these.
my honor guides me.
Merge these as well.
Son of the dawn,
And then we're gonna bring 3 and another 200 spears. So we'll start with that. As far as buildings go, if we go to the next level here, we would unlock the Egyptian territory of Memphis. Let's take a look here. So we would unlock Memphis, which would give us access to better 200 spear infantry, but without vanguard deployment, I'm guessing. And we would get some basic chariots, which is not something to scoff at. Plus a few 200 spears. Maybe there is something to be said about going forward with some of these buildings. Let's see. I am going to go with the next level of fastest temple. What other buildings could we bring in? Melee defense of all units, +5, that could be great. Some campaign movement. At the moment, since we are a river based, I don't think it matters. I am going to go with some extra administration efficiency, as I do want faster research. And then we are going here with the secondary army. Okay, I can post you in a normal stance.
Voyage out. Unworkable idea.
7 units plus another 13.
End them now.
Let's see. Quite a tough army. Quite a tough army. Will these units be able to hold these? I think I am going to try it. They're definitely going to sally out. How good are you? Yeah, we might get kicked here. Maybe the better idea would have been to go around and see some villages there, but yeah, either way. The worst thing that we can have is that we will have to retreat, right? That's all, not that big of a deal. We're gonna handle it when the time comes. Yeah, This is what I was worried about more than anything, if they would bring in another general. They have a few militia troops here. Somehow I feel like I could handle it, but these medium spears could really hurt us. What will be the chance if I retreat? This army stays here. If I attack it, they will still sally out. But we could also ambush it, right? You know what? We're gonna try it. I still feel it's a pretty bad idea, but we are going to try it. We're gonna see what we can do. And hopefully we'll come up on top. It will take a while for those units to get to us, and I'm not really worried about those. Going to put the spears over here. We'll have a bunch of militia to the left. I will have these 200 spears to the right, and what I'm thinking is that I'll be using them to break the right flank. With that objective in mind, I'm bringing some javelins here, and I will have 2 javelins on this side. And then we'll have our commander over here.
The enemy is receiving reinforcements.
Okay, they've deployed in a way where it puts them at an advantage with the troops that are coming in, right? So they're waiting for them, they'll fuse together and they'll attack. A bunch of young spears to the right. And medium troops are the ones that I'm mostly worried about. Let me take a look here. I am curious to see what their commander is about. These ones are tough, so they have medium units at least. What about these ones? Okay, axes, medium units. Yeah, slightly rough. I'll be running our troops just to make sure that we are in position here.
Instrument of destruction.
Okay. Okay, we'll go forward. We're going to try to engage here. Go forward, let's bring you over here as well. We'll support you with a javelin to attack those young spears. Yeah. Push. Push. I'm a bit worried on this flank though. Still. We're gonna try to see what can we do. You attack here, you attack here, you attack on this side. These young spears will attack from the back. These javelins will focus on those young spears. And we're gonna charge here and here. Let's bring our general forward. Javelins, yeah, focus on those young spears. You have gathered together here, which is good for us, bad for them. We're gonna use this Ethiopian tribesman to go after his ranged troops. Just try to reduce the damage that we are taking from their ranged troops. Okay, we've broken one of their units. Let's have an attack there. Let's bring another attack on this general here. Yeah, focus on the general. Please and thank you. Okay, we are disrupting their ranged troops. So for the moment we are good on this side. I'm going to try to use the javelins. Could I break this? I'm thinking that we could definitely break this militia here. So it might be better to focus.
Your warriors are rallying.
Okay, good, good. You do that. You stay on his general. Let's bring these javelins around. I do need more troops, so we'll bring them back here. Yeah, you keep going forward there. Let's see. And with you, we're just going to focus on this general. We want to take them out. We want to take out their generals so that they start breaking.
Your warriors are losing heart.
Yeah, they're losing heart. Let's reposition the javelins. They don't have the best angle, so if we can attack them from the side, I feel like that's going to be a better victory. Okay. Over here.
Javelins prepared.
Can I throw some javelins like that?
We shall not falter.
Let's bring you around. Okay, we have engaged some of these units here.
Sharp and deadly.
Okay.
To victory.
You keep focusing on his general. Take him out. Takes a long time. I will buff
One of your
our
units has
units.
no more ammunition.
And apparently it is working. Let's see. Focus on them. Broken? Broken. Dead. Out. Absolutely awesome. Now, I would like you to stay on them. Let's reposition. Now we're gonna close in on these units. Alright, and that's what we want here.
Take them down.
You have no more ammo, so you're just attacking, straight up attacking. Let's bring you forward and try to focus on that.
Maintain battle order.
You've done really well here. I love these units. Well done.
We'll save you.
Perfect.
No fear.
Okay.
Weapons.
Now where are we at? You are idle. There's a nice function that we have in Total War Pharaoh. It's a simple function, but it is a nice function where it shows you a bunch of Z's on the unit cards when you have a unit which is idle, which I still missed a bunch of times, but I still feel like it's a good idea. It gives you at least an opportunity to fix the fact that your units are idle. Because otherwise, on this graphic at least, you have no idea what's happening or if you have idle units or anything. Okay, you go after these javelins.
Your
We
warriors
are going to
have
keep
been
focusing on these medium troops especially.
Glory.
Good, you have there, we're hunting the general. On this side, let's go after those slingers. Over here, you've done enough damage, go after these units. Done enough damage there, you stay on these ranged troops.
Victory.
You go after these slingers, see if we can reduce some of their numbers.
Maintain battle order.
Yeah, I feel like overall we have done well,
Javelins ready.
right? For a battle where I was worried that we might lose, I feel like we have done really well. Lost 400 troops. Get those 12% replenishments.
Experience.
I like the helmet on that warrior.
They must die.
Let's see, you became exemplary. And you have leveled up. Heraclean Roar. Rallying Cry. I think we're gonna get the extra. The experience is also awesome. 300 experience to missile units per turn. It's a lot. Reduce the cost of active followers. Yeah, become a bit more immune to different things. I'm thinking of getting this extra damage, right? We have a plus 5% here, plus another 10% to the attack of sword units. Or all units during siege battles. How many sword units do we have? At the moment, not at all. But we will be getting a few more soon. Right, from not Memphis, but Megiddo. However, how many will we have? I think in the end we're just gonna go with another 5 during siege battles.
No restraint.
We are now in a better situation than we were earlier. Forgot to build siege equipment, so we're gonna do it now. I think we're going to attack them. And since they brought another general from here, we already have vision, so there was a village. So we could have attacked it, sacked it, and somehow prepare an ambush or something over here.
Let on stand.
Either way, this army is decently replenished, I would say. And it's nice to attack, to besiege a settlement and also getting replenishments in the process. I could bring in another militia as well. Okay. What do I do with Memnon? You are still taking replenishments, but what would be the best plan? Resources, we would need to look for some food. Stone, so a few other resources, but food most likely. I would like to scout out some of these isles, and I will also like to start going south. Now with this gold we could buy in some food, so that is good as well. At the moment we can upgrade, I feel, our troops. How much would it cost? So if I would like to go to the next level, 480 for better weapons, plus 10 to melee attack and armor. Good. A little attrition here, but not a lot. An enemy hero, which I will take on, for the simple reason that we are getting some experience out of it.
They serve Pharaoh now.
Right? Sure-footed. Sea legs are a useful thing to develop. Stops perfectly good soldiers being fed to Poseidon before their time. Achieving victory in multiple island battles, minus 10% to attrition in deep sea waters, and plus 4 to morale in water battles. That is good.
Eos guides us.
Didn't expect that, but I am happy that I got it. Now let's get over here. Okay.
The winds carry us.
Apparently this faction is spread out a lot more than I thought. Pharaoh's Edict would give us 20 morale and 40% stamina recovered over 40 seconds, or we could get some cleave. I think I'm going to get the hero frightens nearby enemy units. I feel like this is going to add up a lot in any battle. And over here we are going to wait, yes, for the siege equipment. So, with that in mind, let's end the turn. He's going to give, he wants 40 gold from us, and he's gonna give us a bunch of stone. Now, we wanna be friends with him, so I will accept. Plus, I need the stone. The reason why we got that gold is in order to trade, so I feel like it's a very good moment to do so. Let's jump in this battle as a final step on this episode. Should be able to break the gates, jump into the middle of the city and start taking them out. They have a tower here, they have only gates over here. And they have only gates over here. This tower does cover this side though. So maybe I'm thinking of taking a ladder, bringing them up here. That wouldn't be a bad idea. So we'll use these spears. And we'll use these spears. They have better shields, they will be slightly better protected. I'm gonna have 2 of you. I could even deploy them here and climb the ladder. Now, there is a small chance, but there is a chance that there will be the troops here ready to fight us, which would be unfortunate, but we're gonna try to step in and do this quickly. Let's have you here. We'll have these over here, and a bunch of javelins. Sure. Okay, you. Climb the walls. That's why we're here. Climb the walls. Climb the walls. Climb the walls.
Your ladders have a foothold on their walls.
Yep, let's use the javelins here to cause a bit of damage wherever we can. And we're gonna move forward to break the gates. And even better yet, I feel like we should bring some ladders there as well. I'll break the gates here as well. And at least on this side, we're not going to engage them, I feel. This Vanguard deployment is really helping us here. I feel like this is probably one of the best attacks which I've had. We've captured the tower, means we're not taking any damage at the moment here. We just need to move forward and start securing the rest of the areas. It's going to take a long time for us to get here, but it's going to take them even longer to hurt us. Let's bring our general here. Since we're not taking range damage, it couldn't hurt no matter what. We're gonna go down here, go down there. For the moment, we are going to gather up somewhere around this area. Yeah, let's focus our javelins towards this hero. Probably bring you up the wall as well. Now let's focus our javelins, some of our javelins over here, since they've grouped up. I feel like it's a very good opportunity to do some damage here and there. Yep, let's bring you up. Good. We're done, almost done here. Perfect. Which means that now we're gonna get over here to the gates and we're gonna try to climb up, disrupt them, and even bring the rest of you. Yeah, we're gonna bring the rest of them and start climbing ladders behind them. Here we're starting to break gates. They're bringing in some militia warriors.
Your warriors are attacking the gates.
Good. That commander is a bit annoying. Let's gather some of these troops over here, as we are being pushed back, although they are suffering a lot of losses. Good. The gate is almost broken.
The enemy gates have been destroyed.
Nice. Let's just move in. We're moving straight in here. This javelin will be repositioned. Yeah, go after the slingers. So far, so good. Hero is done. Let's go down. We're going towards that hero. Come on. I want you to attack here. Our troops took a lot of damage to try to break the gates here.
You are about to capture the gates.
Good, you go on to the next one over here. Let's focus on you. Yeah. Let's go out. Now we're good here. Let's try to climb some of these walls and take down even more warriors.
The foe has captured your tower. You have captured the gates.
Come on, Commander. You are being very annoying.
Your warriors are rallying.
Faster and stronger enemies nearby. Okay. And that's it. Battle done. This is helping us a lot. Just the fact that we've won the battle in the field and now we've managed to raise this city is giving us the perfect foothold on the island of Crete. And it's making this campaign perfect for us. Now we're gonna get a bit more on the replenishment side. Yeah, I'm going to push him slightly forward here. We're definitely going to have, once again, merge troops. How many can we recruit? How many militia? 2 militia. So we're gonna do something like this,
A fist of Pharaoh.
right? So that we can bring in some militia. As you can see, we're starting with some ranks, which is good. And I feel like the rest of them should stay as they are. And... ooh! Ankle guards here, some swordsmen. What is the next one? What it would be the next upgrade? Sheridan warriors at the end. Now I don't know about that upgrade with the Sheridan warriors, but I would like to go here with these swords. I feel like these swords would definitely help. So with this in mind, hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you did, do consider leaving a like, as it does help me, helps the channel grow. And until next time, I thank you very much for watching and I wish you all to have a wonderful day.